Hello everyone, I'm Francesca. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be making a recipe for Greek cheese pie. I believe it's called Tiropita. I don't know how to pronounce it, so please do not fault me if I pronounced it incorrectly. Basically, it is a Greek cheese pie. It has like filo dough, and typically it's made with feta, but we swap the feta out for tofu, and this is so good. I think it's really nice for the summer because it's like light and cheesy and fluffy, and the filo dough is like crunchy and crispy, and then you sprinkle some lemon juice on top or something, and oh my gosh, so good. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. It's actually pretty easy to make, so let's hop right into the recipe. So the first thing you need to do is crumble some tofu. This is half a block of like a medium firm tofu, and this is what we're going to use as our feta substitute. So I'm just using my hands to crumble this up into little tiny pieces. You can use a fork too. Just make sure your hands are clean if you're going to do this with your hands. And then we are going to add nutritional yeast and some red wine vinegar and salt to this tofu and mix it up. And this is just going to give it kind of the flavor of feta, just that saltiness and that little bit tanginess that feta has. So just mix this all together. Once you mix it all together, you're going to add in half a cup of vegan cream cheese and some vegan mozzarella, and you're just going to, again, mix it all together. Get it all nice and incorporated. This is our filling, so nice, cheesy, vegan filling. So now I'm just giving it a little taste. I always tell you guys to taste your food. And then I decided it needed a little more red wine vinegar. It was salty enough, it just didn't have enough tang in there. So I just added that in, and then it was perfect. And then we are going to get ready to use our filo dough. So this is the filo dough I'm using. I got it at Whole Foods. It comes in the frozen section, and this one is vegan. Make sure to check your filo dough just to be positive. And when you open it up, it kind of comes in this big roll, and you have to unroll it, kind of like a giant map or like a scroll or something. And filo dough is very thin. That's why it makes these nice flaky layers, and it's pretty fragile. So you do want to be careful when handling it. And as it hits the air, it's going to start to dry out. So you kind of want to work quickly. So I'm taking one big sheet of the filo dough, and I'm putting that down. And then I'm going to cover it with olive oil. Olive oil and filo dough are best friends. They want to be together. They love each other. So don't be afraid to use a lot of olive oil for this recipe. Then we're going to put on another sheet of filo dough. We're going to add more olive oil, and then one more sheet of filo dough. So now we have 3 big layers and more olive oil. We're going to take this big rectangle and cut it into 4 equal pieces. You could also cut it into 5 if you like. This is so you can make triangles. If you don't want to make triangles and just want to make it in a pan, you can watch the spanakopita video from a few years ago, and that'll show you how to do it that way. But this is for if you want to make the little cute triangles. So now I have these big strips of filo dough like cut into 4s, and there's 3 layers. So to make it into a triangle, super easy. We're just going to add about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of filling on the side bottom corner of the filo dough. So then you're going to take it and you're going to fold it over to make a triangle. Then you're going to take that bottom corner and fold that bottom corner up to kind of seal that part of the triangle. Then you're going to take the other bottom corner and fold it across. So you're just kind of folding it over itself. I feel like it's easier to watch me do it than explain it. And all you just keep doing is taking the corners and folding them in and up. And eventually you'll get this nice little triangle shape. You want to cover that with olive oil, again, because filo dough will dry out as it sits in the air. So olive oil and filo dough, best friends, keep them together. So if you misalign your filo dough very badly, you can also cut the edges off here like I am, so they're a little bit neater, but honestly, it doesn't matter all too much. And I think it's fun that these are more rustic and pretty looking. So I'm going to show you guys one more time folding it. So you're just making little triangles, folding it up and across, and kind of folding it over on itself. Once they are all done, I sprinkled on some black and white sesame seeds. This is optional, but I think it looks pretty, and I love sesame seeds, so why not? And these are them. We're going to bake them in the oven at 400 for about 15 minutes until they're nice and golden and brown. So let's pop them in the oven, and when they are all done, they will come out being golden and flaky like this. Some of the filling spills out, which I personally don't mind. I think it looks like even more delicious that way. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But if you don't like that, you can just take your spoon and like scoop it out and kind of re-scoop it back in there, or just scoop it out and like eat it because it tastes really good. And yeah, these are them. I just plated them up. I made a little dressing kind of thing for them. I'll leave the recipe for that in the description box down below. And these are great with fresh lemon juice on them, and they are really delicious. And they're just so flaky and cheesy, and they are so good. Look at that. Alright guys, that was our recipe. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, the full recipe is on my blog. There is a link for that in the description box down below. All the ingredients are also listed out down there as well. If you like the video, you already know. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because it really helps the channel out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!